Oops. Hey, welcome to Hittin It with HardWire. We're going to do things a little bit differently today. We'll wait till we got some people in here, and then I'm going to show you the new intro. We'll do it me first a little bit, and then we'll jump into the intro for shits and giggles. As long as y'all promise to shit and giggle. What's up, Frank? I knew I could count on Frank to be here. What's up, Gary? I'm going to start with me a little bit today, and then I'll actually move to the intro when a few people get in here, since I'm going to premiere the new intro. I finally got it done. I wanted to have the new exit video, our outro, to go with it, but I spent so much time working on that song that I posted on my YouTube earlier today. Spent so much time working on that the last 4 days. I was up all night last night working on it because I wanted to have it done today, and I spent so much time on it that I didn't get to do the new outro video yet, even though it's shouldn't take too long because it's only going to be like a minute, so it shouldn't take too long to do it. Oh, the Patriots won, and we got a foot of snow. I guess hell froze over. No, I'm just fucking with you. What's up, Carney? I'm getting ready to show the new intro here. Carney, I think you'll like it. I figured I would go on for a minute first and let a few people come in, and then I'll show you. Mike's here, Gary's here, Frank's here, Carney's here. The important ones are all here. All right, I'll show you real quick. Enjoy.
Engines were ablaze, cameras rolling hard in a wild twisted maze. Leather steel inside, the open roads are thrown. Back in life televised for breaking every bone. Adrenaline surges, brace for the fall. Hitting it with HardWire, hear the engine scream. Living fast and reckless, this is our very dream. Riding hard, never slowing in the spotlight we shine. A biker's faithful journey, this life is ours divine. Hittin' it with HardWire, the crowd screams the name, chasing down the shadow for addicted to the fame. Chains rattling loud, the brotherhood's alive. Every episode gets better, we're here to survive. From dusk till dawn, we're the kings of this road. Hittin' it with HardWire, hear the engine scream. Living fast and reckless, this is our family dream. Riding hard, never slowing in the spotlight we shine. A biker's faithful journey, this life is ours divine. On the edge of chaos, we embrace the fear. Hitting it with HardWire, we'll always be here.
All right, what'd you think of the new intro? I know it was, believe it or not, that was a lot of work, that little bit. It was short, but it was a lot of work. I had to figure out a whole new program and Yeah, I had to figure out how to use all the little special effects and the titler and all that. It was not simple. I hope you liked it. Hopefully, you'll be seeing a lot of it as time goes on. Have you seen the craziness going on in Minneapolis? Man, that's nuts. I spent a bunch of time arguing with people about it. They want to say that ICE is. I got into an argument with somebody about ICE. They said, trying to say ICE is not law enforcement, because I said you can't mess with law enforcement. And they said, ICE is not law enforcement. I said, the fuck it isn't. I said, it's immigrations and customs enforcement. They enforce immigration law, which makes them law enforcement. It's not rocket science. It's not law enforcement like you would typically think of law enforcement, but it is law enforcement. It's federal law enforcement. What's up, Raziel? I got into some arguments with people about that. And again, I talk to people a lot. I was going to do a little bit of the show today about a few different things. I didn't have a chance to, because I was actually working so much on that new video. Has anybody seen it? The new music video I put out. Believe it or not, it started out as I was trying to do a version of "The Fight Inside of Me" by Merle Haggard, and then, believe it or not, it evolved from that into what it became. And that's kind of how songs go. They start with one thing and turn into something else. It turned into something different entirely, and I really wanted to get it done because it evolved a lot as far as lyrics go, and it evolved a lot and became what it was. And I really thought there were some clever words in there. Maybe it's just clever to me. I have no idea, but I did enjoy doing it too. But I mean, it was a lot of work, and I know I argue with people. AI doesn't do everything for you. I started out with an idea. I used to write all the time, and this is how writing always went for me. It starts with an idea, usually a few lines, a couple of good rhymes, and sometimes it evolves into something entirely different. But you start with a few lines, you write down a few more, put more thought into it. Sometimes it would be a slathering of several lines that I had thought of and found a way to work them all in. This one like I said, started as a version of "The Fight Inside of Me," and then because it turns out you could pay a couple bucks licensing fee, especially for old country songs, and I was gonna do a version of. Well, turns out if it's not too expensive to do an exact version of like "Fight Inside of Me," but if you change it at all, then it becomes a derivative work, which is very expensive to license it. To do just a version of it, as long as you don't change anything, it's not real super expensive. You give up the rights to any money that it would happen to make, and you pay a small licensing fee. And especially old country songs, most of them don't complain because the state wants the money, so they don't really care too much. I hope everybody got a chance to check it out. I am pretty proud of it. Let's see if I can figure out a way to bring my little window up here. It's all out of whacker here. If I can grab the right grab the right one, right? Man. I had them locked together or grouped together so they would move together originally. I don't think it is anymore. No, it isn't. See how it's moving separately. And I can't seem to get a hold of that damn little frame. Oh. There it is. Gotta love this shit, right? 1 week everything's good and all set up the way you want it. And the next time you come in, it's all fuckered up. That is the simplicity of something like StreamYard. I can't see anything. And for those of you that didn't get a chance to check it out, guess what? I'm going to play it for you. And I'm going to put it in the little window, but it's more about the song. I mean, if you get a chance, go over and check it out. So you can see the lyrics a little better.
Psalm 144, verse 1 says, Blessed be the Lord my strength, which teacheth my hands to war, and my fingers to fight. Now I am done with standing by while you stood right in the eye of God and His creation. Yeah, I'm done with being told that the Bible that I hold is hate and provocation. You're creating violence just for clicks, but I live out in the sticks. Down a dirt road, God's law ain't never wrong. You've been running that mouth too damn long. You push your lies and hide your scheme. Why kill the American dream, the one that keeps my heart driven? But when you steal what God has given and you mock the way I'm living, you best ask God for some forgiving. For us it ends today. If you're looking for a battle, son, y'all are tripping on the hardwire of my soul.
Our God is always in control.
He's always in well, son.
You get one.
Y'all had slip on the hardwire of our soul. Revelation 6, verse 17 says, "For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand?" You flood the schools with all your lies, trying to sever family ties to rob God of his glory.
You calling evil social good, desecrating places heroes stood, so y'all can rewrite
All our story, but we don't need your cheap advice, 'cause Jesus already paid that price on the cross for our salvation. When the dust begins to clear, you'll see exactly who was here to save this broken nation. We will save the nation. If you're looking for a battle, son, y'all are stepping on the hardwire of our soul.
our God is always in control.
Always in control. If you think we'll just surrender to the latest news pretender, while you're digging down a deeper hole and become grave, we'll never back down. We ain't never bowing down
We only kneel at the cross.
to the King of all mankind. If you're looking for a battle, son, then we will give you one. Y'all are hitting the hardwire of our soul. Y'all are hitting the hardwire of our soul. Galatians chapter 6, verse 7 says, "Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Violence begets violence."
It was meant like a kind of it was meant like a kind of like a fight song. Basically saying we're tired of your shit and it's time to fight back. Watching all that shit in Minneapolis just pisses me off so bad. And they're sitting there calling people Nazis and Gestapo. It's like, open a fucking history book. It's nothing like the Nazis or the Gestapo. Where are the millions of dead people? There is none. Okay? By calling them Nazi and Gestapo, you really undermine, or whatever word I'm looking for, the reality of what actually happened. And it's horrible, okay? The whole Holocaust, Nazis, the whole thing was horrible, horrible, horrible. It's a huge, horrible stain on all of history. And for you to dare call that Nazi and Gestapo is horrible. Fucking no, it's nothing like that. And it really makes me mad. It really makes me mad. You can disagree with it or agree with it. Personally, I mean, with what they're doing. And if everything that the left says were true, I could understand some of why they're upset. Asking people for their papers, I 100% know how that goes. What they're doing is they're saying, "Can I see your ID?" Which they do to everybody anyway, okay? They ask people for their ID all the time. That's not asking people for their papers, okay? And if you don't have an ID, then you got to show something, okay? That's not the same thing. It's not the same thing, okay? That's not asking people for their papers, okay? You could frame it that way, but that's just not. I mean, yeah, you're welcome to disagree. You could say it started that way, but you could literally frame anything like that. That's all perspective. And I am very big on talking to people about perspective. You have to open up the way you see things. Okay? And there's a lot of things that have led to, and you're really not going to like this, some of you. There's a lot of things. This is one of the things I wanted to say. You know, one of the biggest things that led to people struggling so much now, and you're going to hate this. Some of you are going to hate this. It's the whole women's lib movement, okay? Because I'll tell you exactly what happened whenever all the women decided to go to work, okay? A man that made $20 an hour suddenly made $10 an hour, while the woman made $5 an hour, and they pocketed the other $5, and nobody made any more money. The people got fucked, is what happened. Okay? That's what happened. People don't understand that. That's what happened. People got fucked. And yes, you could blame the big corporations. In reality, it is. And the big corporations have got away with a lot for a long time, but there's really nothing you can do about it. They got the shit we need, and if you want it, you kind of, and you if you wanted to nip it in the bud, the time for that was a long time ago. It's come along so far, it's almost impossible to do anything about that now. You have to find ways to adapt, okay? That's why I'm telling you, when people like me get to retirement age, and all the people that were forced into 401ks, a lot of people couldn't afford it. And a lot of people got fucked in divorces and all kinds of shit, okay? Whenever the 401k generation gets to retirement, and there's a ton of people who either couldn't afford to contribute or got screwed out of their 401ks, that's going to be a real existential crisis on the country, I'm telling you. You just wait. And that day hasn't quite got here yet, but it's coming. I'm telling you, the companies took away retirement plans, and that screwed everybody. That just totally screwed all the working people. Big corporations have been screwing people for a long time, and they just let them do it piece by piece with all these, oh, this is a good idea. And people got completely screwed for years upon years and upon years. But like everything else in the world, wrong one. Like everything else in the world, the only thing you can do now is find a way to adapt to it. Because like everything else on the planet, you adapt and overcome, or you die. And that's how it is, man. That's the thing. Corporations can't. They can't. Because we need them. And I could argue with people all day long about what the normal people do now is still tantamount to slavery. I could argue that. People could argue that. Oh, yeah. You can't really trust the system. That's why normal, everyday working people, the ones that are honorable, more people need to get into office, okay? You have to change it, okay? And people should not be saying, well, I don't like it, so I don't go vote. That makes me angry. That's the only way to change things in a country like ours is to go fucking vote. Get involved. That's how you change things. I think our entire way of governing is a crazy batch of shit. Not the system itself, the way they do it, but the whole way that they elect people, and it becomes a extension of high school popularity contests and spending millions upon millions of dollars for things like campaigning and stuff is absolutely fucking insane. I'm trying to move this damn thing. What do I got locked? I do. Okay, that explains it. Damn it. Come on, you little bastard. Get down here. Get bigger so people can sit. There. What's up, Rolling 3? That conversation kind of got a little twisted quick. I didn't. I wanted to run for politics, dude, but it's evidently a wall. Those kind of people try to, similar to a high school popularity contest. If you don't know them and you're not in their circles, it's hard to get into. I went and I started hanging out and I started talking to people, and I basically was shunned immediately. I shouldn't, and I still don't think I'm entirely done with that, but it was a little discouraging, I guess. So how's everybody doing? I got over a foot of snow outside. Everybody was freaking out and going to the store and buying toilet paper. Well, I bought toilet paper. But in my defense, my wife bought single ply last time she went to the store. And I went, what the freaking hell is wrong with you? You never, ever do that. Horrible. I do not want to wipe my ass with fucking tablet book paper, and it hurts. I hate that stuff, man. So I had to get an emergency run for some decent toilet paper. I don't freak out. I do have a generator out in the garage since I started camping and stuff. I do not have a way to hook it up to the house because I rent this place, and I did not want to get a bunch of money and wiring one up. It's not cheap for somebody else's home. Everybody matters to the system. You have to look at it this way, okay? If all the people that thought they didn't matter got together and started saying, okay, well, this is how we're going to change things. We're going to vote this way or that way. It would change things, okay? Every vote matters because they add up. When I was younger, I thought that. And there was a time when I kind of didn't vote. And believe it or not, I used to vote Democrat a lot. But a lot of my beliefs are still old Democrat beliefs. The Democratic Party has changed dramatically in my lifetime. And now a lot of the old school Democrats have been pushed to the Republican Party by the left. I am kind of more of a live and let live kind of old school Democrat, or used to be Democrat. Some of my positions on things changed because I got older and started caring more about things like family values and things. And I tell people, I'm not afraid to tell people. My son stopped in here a few times in the chat. My son's gay. It is what it is. I don't embrace it. You know what I mean? But I don't, I don't know how to put it. I don't embrace it. I openly say that I don't really like it, but I love my son and nothing. And I told him that. I was open with him. I was honest with him when he told me. I said, I am a Christian, okay? And I believe it goes against nature and it goes against my religion. And I know I'm going to end up in heaven someday. And I really wish you would be there. But I also stress this is my opinion. That doesn't make it fact, I guess. You know, it is what it is. Not the whole world's going to be that way. You're kind of putting yourself in a life that's going to be hard, really difficult for you. And I wish you wouldn't do that. And I said, don't knock something till you try it. But I also stressed that I will never be the kind of person that would disown my child over it. I said, if that's what you do, that's what you do. I will love you no matter what, always. And as long as I'm alive, you'll never have to worry about being homeless, unless I'm homeless. But as long as I'm alive, you'll always have a place to go. And that's kind of what I mean by live and let live. I'm not like a fire and brimstone. You're screwed now, and I want nothing to do with you. And I don't believe that me loving my son is condoning it, per se. I don't know. I guess you don't really know how to approach it till it happens to you. But yes, I'm a old school family values, and as you start caring more about politics, you start worrying. Yeah, I do know a lot of Hispanic people, and they're good, fantastic people. They really are. A lot of them really are, and it's nothing. People want to call you racist, but it has absolutely nothing to do with race. Absolutely nothing to do with race. When I say I don't like illegal immigration, that's nothing to do with race. It could be from any country on the planet, any race on the planet. If you want, there's a lot of people that worked really hard to come here the right way. So come here the right way. If you're here, find a good-hearted person that'll help you. If you're struggling to figure out a way to become a citizen. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if the laws have changed, but I think that people used to be able to sponsor you, help you. And if you could find hell, I'll help you if I can, you know. But people, one of the arguments of the left right now is, what about the grandma down the street that's been here for 20 years? That my argument is, what the fuck is your excuse that you've been here for 20 fucking years and you're not a citizen yet? That's my complaint. In 20 fucking years, you ought to have been able to figure it out. What's up, Beezer? Good to see you, my man. What's up, Darwin? Mr. Darwin. I can get pretty heated about that shit. And I'll tell you something. I learned something the last place I worked, and it made sense once I figured it out. I took a job as a supervisor at a place down the road from me, and I had to supervise a bunch of people from all over the place, I guess, all over the lower Spanish speaking world. Around here, a lot of people are Guatemalan. Not that it matters. It could be Mexican, Guatemalan, whatever. But I had to figure out how to communicate with them, and they tell you to use Google Translate. And I know there are a lot of different dialects of Spanish. Similar to, if you pay a lot of attention to it, there are a lot of different English. Not as many, I guess, as Spanish. But they would all pretend like they couldn't understand the damn Google Translate either. And they would act like they didn't speak like English. No comprendo, you know. And when you pay enough attention, some of them would go around the corner and start talking to people in English. Yeah. That was their way of getting out of doing shit. As much as you want to say they all are hardworking motherfuckers, they're human beings too. And the human condition is to want to be lazy. You have to fight that laziness. And I haven't always been real good at it either. Yeah. This particular area of Ohio where I am at, I've lived in Ohio as the state of Ohio my entire life. I've never lived in another state. I've been to some other states, but believe it or not, I didn't even get, other than really close along the border of Pennsylvania and Indiana when I was younger, I actually didn't make it out of Ohio hardly ever until I was in my 40s. Because believe it or not, I got married the same month I graduated high school, the first time. Explains why I've had a lot of divorces too. Okay, I don't advise that for anyone. I took the more difficult path and had kids young. I wouldn't have changed that. Because here I am, I'm 49 and my kids are all over 18. And it makes the older part of your life nicer when you don't have to, be tied down with little ones. I have a stepson, but I didn't really plan that, but it is what it is. He's 13 now. He's at 13 are capable of taking care of themselves. For the most part. I mean, whoa. You know what I mean? They're at that age where they don't need sitters and shit all the time. Although my wife does like to baby him a bit, and I grumble at her about it. I say, you realize that is one of the huge things that we fucked up as Gen X. Okay, our parents started doing that, and we did it even more so. But my grandpa, and a lot of people my age's grandpas, quit school and went to work in the mines, okay, at like 13 or 14 years old. Dude, I still tell people, I had my first job when I was 14. Okay? So there's no excuse for babying somebody at that age. None. No excuse. None. You should not be babying. Some people baby their kids all the way up until they're in, like, late teens. And that's why you got kids that don't leave ever. No, that's my bedtime. And it's by choice. I partied my ass off when I was younger. So I don't feel like I have to party my ass off anymore as an adult, as an older adult, because it hurts more. It hurts much more, and it takes me forever to recover. And I like to be a functional individual as much as possible. But I get up early too. I find it just like I grumble that I can't sleep in very well, but hey, I go to bed early enough. I shouldn't have to sleep in, you know. I'm usually up at the butt crack of dawn every damn day. Well, I I think everybody. I don't think it should have got to the point that it was like you feel like you got to just boot everybody, and that's kind of where we're at because of what Biden did and letting so many people in the country. But everybody ought to have a chance. Everybody ought to have a chance. As far as I'm concerned, you know, I would be on board with most of the non-criminal illegal aliens in the country, giving them a 1 year green card so they can't be deported. But you got that 1 year to get your fucking citizenship, and if you ain't got it by then, adios, amigo. But I'm fairly sure that's kind of what they do. But if you get a chance, any of my peeps, go over and check out Jesse over at Gen X Thinks, not Stinks, Thinks with a TH. Gen X Thinks. I know these damn compressors and these boards can make some of your words sound funny when you say them. I'm kind of wondering, there's so many places closed around here with a foot of snow, if I'm going to work tomorrow or not. I mean, I have a 4-wheel drive truck, but it doesn't do me any good to go if nobody else is there. So I'm kind of wondering if they're going to have the place open tomorrow. I mean, in all reality, it's not 100% critical that as long as it was only a day, we'd probably be more than fine. I don't know. We'll see. Which, I don't have very good tires on my truck, but I still think with a 4-wheel drive, I should be able to zoom right over it. Because I don't want to shovel the fucking thing out if I can help it.
I ain't going anywhere.
Why?
I damn near got stuck in the yard trying to get out front.
Why would you try to go through the yard through a foot of snow, you dumbass?
Because how else am I supposed to get around you? Because you're in the front.
Take the truck.
I ain't taking the truck because I can't smoke in it.
You ain't taking the truck because you can't smoke in it. Wow, you puss. Smoke before you leave and smoke when you get back. Sorry, that was the wife telling me she about got stuck in the yard. We have one driveway with this very small shed style like garage at the end of it, and we don't shuffle vehicles all the time, so she'll go through the yard, and that's what she just tried to do in a foot of snow. That wasn't with a little the newer Jeep Cherokees are not that big. They're like a old station wagon, even though it is an all-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. I think it's a 4-wheel drive. Yeah, if you bottom out, you're fucked. No matter what you're driving, you're not going anywhere. That was not the smartest thing I've ever seen her do. Not the dumbest either. No, well, everybody was freaking out, and I said, you know what? There are so many times we've had warnings over the last 10 years. Oh, there's this big snowstorm coming. Everybody, oh, get ready. There's this huge snowstorm coming. And then we don't get nothing. So I was like, you know what? Just for once, I kind of hope that we do. And be careful what you wish for. But I don't worry about it too much because I'm a survivor. It doesn't matter. If power goes out and there's no heat. There was a bad ice storm one year, and we didn't have electricity for a week. And get this, the girlfriend that I had at the time, I had a little kid at the time, and she wouldn't let me come stay with her. She had her like own apartment, and she says, "No, you can't come stay with me." I was like, "What the fuck kind of piece of shit are you?" That told me a lot about her, and that relationship didn't last very long. She was a pretty selfish individual. But I'm a survivor. I'll figure it out. Doesn't matter what happens. I don't have a way to hook the generator up, but I told my old lady if I have to, we'll have jumper cables and I'll splice some shit together. We'll figure it out. I got some propane buddy heater in the camper that we bought. It was actually bought for a big tent, but I keep it in the camper now. No matter what, I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll get by. If there ain't no food, I'll eat one of the kids. I'll pick one out. It'll be all right. I'll figure something. I'm a survivor. I'll get by. It ain't that far from the river. I'll go fishing and go catch me some food, or go shoot something. I got some guns. It'll be all right. We'll figure something out. Oh, shit. Yeah. Well, I've been blabbering on and on and on and on for 50 minutes now. What's up, Sterling Wheel? Good to see you, man. Sterling Wheel, he's certified in gravy. If you got any gravy questions, throw him at Sterling Wheel. He'll hook you up. One of my kids didn't like gravy. And I said, what the fuck is wrong with you? How do you not like gravy? That's like one of the best things that ever existed. You put it on everything. It's good. Although he had chicken fried steak or something, and I try to avoid fried foods as much as possible. French fries are like a crutch, or kryptonite or something. My air fryer works overtime. Air fryers are a blessing. That's all it is a heating element with a fan. Blows hot air on shit, but it works. Although I've went through a lot of air fryers over the years. They don't last very long. I've not been able to find one yet that will last for very long. That's the one downside of them. So I try to get the best one I can without overspending, because I know it's not going to last anyway. A warm meat flavored pudding. That's one way to put it. Yeah, kind of. Although I've kind of been more like I'll buy gravy or make it from packets. Or my wife, when she moved in, she doesn't make gravy. She makes it the old-fashioned way. She'll take the meat and take the juices out of it and put the flour and stir it up and make gravy that way. And typically you don't get enough gravy out of it that way. So I don't typically do it that way. Although I found that if you try this of Thanksgiving, if you haven't yet, when you're done cooking a turkey, take the turkey juices and use that, substitute that for water when you're making gravy in the packets, and it's delicious. It's fucking delicious. And use that juices to make your stuffing, your stovetop. Substitute regular water and take the juices out and just put it in there like it was water, same amount as the water, and it's really good. Just saying. But I have found that keeping your streams to about 45, 50 minutes is typically the best for rewatchability. People that couldn't make the show will come in and watch the show if I keep it short enough. So I've been trying to keep them about this long. But it was a good show. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget, like and subscribe and join the channel and donate. Oh, wait, you can't. Because I'm not monetized. I have plenty of subs, but I do not have enough watch hours. So I'm not monetized or anything. And I put everybody else's Cash App on here. It's not that I couldn't really use the money, but I feel weird asking people for money. When I get to the point that I am monetized, and if somebody wants to send a super chat or subscribe to the channel or anything like that, then that's fine. That's not me like repeatedly asking for money. And so we will get to that, but I put everybody else's Cash App on there. The only one I have on OBS since I started the OBS thing is I think I still have Mike's is $ ball valve. And for those of you that are new to my channel from Gen X Thinks, go over and check out Mike's channel. Mike started a whole family of channels. He is the progenitor of a very large group. We call it the Insane Wheels family. Go over and check out at, fuck, man. Sorry, Mike. I think it's at Insane Wheels on YouTube. Mike's Cash App is $ ball valve, I believe. I'm slacking a little bit on that, getting them up there. Yeah. Check out Mike's channel. He does a political show, well, a little bit of everything, and politics, just news in general. During the week, it's 11 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Central, and he is the papa of a whole bunch of channels. And if you get a chance to check him out, check him out. And Carney's his show is Carney's Ride, $ Carney Vanguard. It was on the beginning of the show. Go back and check it out, because I noticed that I put donate to partners on the channel, and I put everybody's Cash App at the bottom, but I didn't put donate to Cash App. I didn't actually say it was Cash App. I just kind of assumed everybody knew what $ something meant. I shouldn't have assumed that, so I may have to go back and fix that, because I did save the project in DaVinci, so I just go back and fix it and then rerun it through the whole render process, which is not a big deal really, because I can just hit render and then go to work, and it'll be done when I get home. But thank you so much for joining me. I love each and every one of you. I will see you next Sunday. God bless.
Hittin' it with HardWire, we're burning it bright. Living on the edge, we'll ride through the night. No fear in our hearts, just the roar of the steel. Together we rise, now this life feels real. Yeah, found a new path on that twisted black line. A YouTube dream where his past can't confine. With every rev, he's reclaiming his soul. teaching the world how to ride, how to roll.